2.1 call to order. I will call the Paris Union High School District School Board meeting to order at 2:02. I'm going to ask for a roll call to determine a quorum. Trustee Anaya?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Hall? Here. Thank you. Trustee Garcia?
Present.
Thank you. And Trustee Campos, I am here as well. We have established a quorum. 3.1 invitation to address the Board of Trustees on closed session items only. Are there any public comments on closed session items?
Yes, we have two.
Okay. I'm going to read just something briefly for those of you guys who have comments. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. In addition, the president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that the additional person speak only if they have something new to add. So, thank you.
Vanessa Vidales.
Hello. Good afternoon, Board of Trustees and Dr. Rouse. I would first like to thank Trustee Anaya and Trustee Hall for being the only ones to give me the feedback. On March 12th, I spoke up at the board meeting and I had invited you all to visit our campus and to engage with the students and staff and to reconsider the decision on the removal of Cindy Ramos and Alfred. After the meeting, I emailed you all and only heard from Trustee Anaya and Trustee Hall that following Friday, March 14th, only Trustee Anaya, Trustee Stanford, and Dr. Rouse had attended. Again, I thank Trustee Anaya for her feedback. I noticed that Dr. Rouse and Trustee Stanford didn't really engage with students. You had showed up, went to Mr. Bryant's class, and spoke to the students, but didn't speak with the students. Dr. Rouse, all you really did was speak about yourself and didn't bother to have a conversation with none of the students. And Trustee Stanford, you're pretty quiet, didn't really talk much. After you guys had left Mr. Bryant's class, you went to talk with Mr. Lumba and then left. Again, not once did I see you guys engage with the students. On April 9th, Paris Lake hosted an open house and Trustee Anaya, Trustee Hall had showed up and engaged with their staff. The rest of you were nowhere to be seen. That's the second invitation to our campus. We as a community vote for those who will serve our community, especially if it has to do with the Board of Education. And I feel as if Paris Lake is being neglected, and I'm pretty sure we are not going to feel this way. This quarter, Paris Lake has had 60 new students and 40 new graduates. And I would want those 60 new students to have the same experience I did with Ms. Ramos and Mr. Alfred. So I invite you all again for a third time to visit our campus and to actually engage with your school. And please reconsider your decision on the removal of Ms. Ramos and Mr. Alfred.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda Alvarez.
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees, the Cabinet, and Dr. Rouse. I would first like to thank Trustee Anaya, Trustee Hall, Trustee Stafford, Superintendent Dr. Rouse, and Superintendent Dr. Egan's for visiting our campus and sometimes interacting with students. I feel very devastated to have to speak for Paris Lake High School students about the removal of Principal Alfred and Assistant Principal Ramos again. Aside from those who visit our campus, you know that you guys have been serving as board members and you guys have never stepped foot on our Paris Lake campus. So it's very devastating to hear that you guys came to a decision to remove our administration without stating a reason why. I as a student who completed school last week, couldn't have done it without them both. The community voted for you, so we expect you to do what is right and care about how we feel and take action, especially when it comes to education. How will the students feel who are just like me, that they wouldn't be able to experience what I did and never be able to get the opportunities as I did? Today was my early graduation ceremony. Instead of celebrating, I'm here fighting and being the voice to help prevent this decision. So please rethink your decision on the removal of Principal Alfred and Assistant Principal
Ramos. Please.
Thank you, and congratulations. Was there one? No, just two? Oh, okay. Thank you. So now we're going to move on to 4.1, and we're going to adjourn to closed session. Do I have a motion to adjourn to closed session?
So moved.
Second, thank you, Trustee Stafford. Trustee Hall on the second. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. We are adjourning to closed session at 2:08 p.m. And welcome in. Good evening. 5.1, the regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 5:14. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Face the flag, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And the invocation, if you could remain standing, the invocation for Trustee Stafford. Sorry.
Just a moment of silence for those who are suffering from any physical or mental injury, and hopefully they speak out and get help if they need to. And there's always someone there or something to help them. So anyone that needs the help, please ask for it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. 7.1, recess. The board president will recess the meeting to conduct the regular meeting of the California Military Institute Charter School. We are recessing the meeting at 5:15 p.m. to conduct the regular board meeting of the California Military Institute. The regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 6:58. 8.1, revision, adoption, ordering of agenda, April 16th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. And the second at Trustee Garcia. Thank you. Please, no discussion. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Oral reports. 9.1, a report out of closed session. Dr. Rouse.
Thank you, President Campos. In closed session, the board took action to appoint Ms. Lindsay Chavez as Director of Learning Support Services effective April 17, 2025 by the following vote. Jamie Anaya, yes. Steve Campos, yes. Edward Garcia, yes. Charles Hall, yes. And Anthony Stafford, yes. Congratulations, Ms. Chavez. Also, in closed session, the board took action to appoint Dr. Jesse Marion as Director of Curriculum and Instruction, effective to be determined by the following vote. Ms. Jamie Anaya, yes. Steve Campos, yes. Edward Garcia, yes. Charles Hall, yes. And Anthony Stafford, yes. Congratulations, Dr. Marion.
You don't have to say.
So at this time, Dr. Marion and You are welcome to stay, to join us for the rest of the meeting, but you are also, if you decide to leave at this time, it's your decision. But thank you, and congratulations again.
Yes, thank you and welcome aboard. 9.2, district update by the superintendent.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Campos. First of all, I would like to invite our Director of Human Resources, Ms. Maribel Escobar, who will introduce the RAY Award recipients.
Good evening, board. And Superintendent Arau, can you hear me? Yes. Tonight, we are honored to recognize two exceptional members of our attendance team, individuals who have consistently gone above and beyond in their efforts to support student success. These dedicated team members have stepped up in remarkable ways, taking initiative to lead our attendance intervention team with a deep sense of ownership and purpose. Through their commitment, they've not only ensured that our systems are accurate and efficient, but they've also become true champions for our students and families. They've taken the time to deeply understand attendance data, learning how to report and analyze it with precision. But their impact goes far beyond numbers. With care and compassion, especially for our Spanish-speaking community, they've offered direct, personalized support that has made a real difference in helping families feel informed, empowered, and connected. Their attention to detail, their drive, and their heart-centered approach embody the very best of our school's values. We are sincerely grateful for all they do to improve attendance, build trust, and strengthen student engagement. Please join me in recognizing and celebrating these two outstanding individuals. Thank you for your incredible work. You are truly making a difference. And that would be Cristina Duarte and Brittany Diaz. They are not here, but I still wanted to read out, so that way if they hear this, they can hear it for themselves. Okay. And next we have Ben Washburn, counselor, and Renee Garcia de Galillo, the teacher. If I can call them up. Okay, I'm just going to read this out. Tonight we are proud to recognize two remarkable educators. Renee Garcia de Galillo, who unfortunately is not able to be here, teacher, and Ben Washburn, counselor, for their outstanding leadership of our freshman transition team through the Lean Crew program. Renee and Ben have shown an unwavering commitment to creating a welcoming and supportive environment for our ninth grade students, and their efforts have made a lasting and meaningful impact on our school community. Through thoughtfully planned events and consistent intentional outreach, they ensure that every freshman feels connected, confident, and prepared as they begin their high school journey. Just as importantly, they empower our junior and senior students to step into leadership roles, mentoring, guiding, and modeling the values we hold dear at Heritage High School. Their work not only supports students, it strengthens the entire fabric of our campus. By fostering belonging and cultivating leadership, Renee and Ben are helping to shape a culture that is inclusive, supportive, and inspiring. We are deeply grateful for the passion, care, and dedication they bring to Heritage each and every day. Please join me in celebrating Renee Garcia de Galillo and Ben Washburn, two leaders who exemplify what it means to invest in school culture. Is the board going to come take a picture or stand up? I'm not sure.
Whatever you want. What do you want us to do?
If you could come down, that'd be great.
You guys don't need to.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
They want
Yes,
us
we do.
fresh. It's okay. Okay. You're gonna take it? No.
Look pretty, Ben.
Oh, that looks nice.
Hey, you guys got, can I say one thing? Sure. Can I say one thing? Thank you again. I feel very honored right now. And when I came into this district 15 years ago, I was pink slipped from Redlands Unified School District. I worked as a night janitor because I just bought a home. And I got hired at Colton High School. I got pink slipped, and my heart goes out to Martha Valenzuela, and I dedicate this award to her. Wherever she goes, I know she's going to be fine, but that does hurt, and I know you guys have to make decisions, but it just, in my soul, I know she's going to be just fine, but I just want you guys to reconsider that decision. Thank you.
And on that note, I just always kind of like to take the position of let's stay positive, and we'll see. We still got some time, so thank you for that. Okay, moving right along. 9 point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was just item number 1.
Okay. Sorry, Gerard.
No, not a problem, President Campos. Okay, the number 2 of the update. I attended the Pimicari Middle School Attendance Art Contest Award. Today, we have here on the dais the winners of the art contest in front of us. First place, Diana Abitia Flores. Second place, Sophie Gonzalez. And third place, Elizabeth Baron. Congratulations. Also on the boards, we can appreciate the display of more artwork that will be showcased in here for everyone who helped bring this incredible vision to life. We are excited to keep the moment going, and we cannot wait for see what is next. We have started our laser-focused campaign on attendance, and there are wonderful results that they are going to have an effect for this year. I hope during the next board meeting, we can give a brief presentation of the wonderful things that are happening at the sites in support of the attendance for our students. So we have said we need our students to be in school in order to learn, right? And also, we have the other component about the ADA. I want to share with you, we're very excited that Heritage High School's FTC team 7832, the Gear Bruce, recently competed at a world level competitions in Massachusetts and delivered outstanding performance. This event brought together 54 top teams from 23 states, along with teams from Canada and Kazakhstan. The Grey Crews from Heritage High School were not only representing Heritage High School, but the whole state at an international level. They earned first place overall, taking home the prestigious Inspire Award. Congratulations! We are very proud of the professionalism and innovation of the students that they continue to demonstrate. And now we are recognizing the whole team, but I would like to specifically congratulate Riley Mandabayan, who is the business lead, Elia Lamotte, software lead, Raymond Serna, the build lead, as well as Abigail Gamboa, Andy Diaz, Catherine Gordon, and Pranab Rimalapudi. Congratulations to our students. We're very proud of them. And included in the team, Ivan Villalba and James Admiral. I wanted to add Ivan and James also to recognize them and congratulate them. Let's give them a big round. Another element that we are very proud to share with you is Liberty High School ASB received the Outstanding Leadership Program Award for this year 2025. And junior student Jaden Morash has been selected for the CASL board, the first student ever in our district to get this recognition and this election. Congratulations to the ASB team at Liberty High School and Jaden. And the last item that I wanted to share with you is about we started our laser-focused campaign on attendance and more information. I'm really proud to tell you that this is the beginning, and once we have specific results, we are going to be sharing that with you. Thank you. Thank you, President Campos.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rouse. We appreciate that. Always love the enthusiasm. 9.3, student representatives to the Board of Trustees.
Good evening, members of the board. Members of cabinet. My name is Rashad Anderson.
I'm Taylor Brother.
We are thrilled to talk about the events and activities that have been going around the school for the past couple of months.
At the beginning of the month, we had our Sadie Hawkins Day. We tried something different in which we DJ'd our own dance. With our new DJ equipment, we could have a fully student-run DJ, which allowed us to put funds towards more activities of the dance. We had a teacup ride and laser tag, as well as our freshmen selling snacks and a food truck. Huge thank you to Mr. Estrada and Ms. Hinosa from the district office for helping us to secure those teacups and laser tags to add more excitement to our dance.
Our big annual dance showcase this year was once again a huge success. Our dancers never seemed to disappoint, as they sold out the theater once again, performing over 30 different dances. From solos to group routines, shout out to our Heritage Dance Team and Coach Burns for their insane dedication throughout the year.
We had our annual Mr. Heritage event where 10 guys came together and learned choreographed dances, performed with talent, and showed off their cool styles in casual wear and formal wear. It was a fun night with the theater being sold out once again. Our Mr. Legacy was crowned to Devon Saunders, our Mr. Patriot was crowned to Sebastian Juarez, and our Mr. Heritage went to Jericho Jerome. Thank you guys who stepped out of their comfort zone and participated.
Our ASB team put on a leadership workshop on our campus with 5 schools who came and helped present. We had 6 different workshops with our school, teaching all ASB representatives some powerful skills to take back to their school. A special thank you to Anis Larias Borgoza and Taylor Grunder for presenting the rally workshop and the merchandise workshop, and a huge shout out to the ASB director here at Heritage who put the whole event together.
This month, we also had another fully student-run rally in the theme of Wild West. It was a great time as our MCs played the part of being in character, and our rally teams got to show off all the decorations they had been creating for months. Huge thank you to our rally team and our students for participating in our rally.
The same day, our Media Arts Club hosted the annual Pitch Olympics, where we had 12 teams face off head-to-head to be crowned the Olympians. Over 6 field events were performed in order to determine our winner. In third place, we had the girls soccer team. In second place, we had the Los Guapos. And in first place, we had the ASB team, winning 2 years in a row. A huge thank you to Mr. Kalantar and the Media Arts Club team for putting everything together. Such a cool event. Can't wait for next year.
This month's Student of the Month was Alex Gore. Alex has been deeply involved in our FFA department his past 4 years. This past month at the State Ag Conference, he brought home a $3,500 scholarship to continue his education at the Universal Technical Institute. Congratulations to Alex.
Here are a couple of upcoming events. Bridge Frenzy, April 17th. Junior class presentation, April 30th. Freshman game night, April 30th. Padapa, May 1st. Prom, May 3rd. Musical starts May 9th.
This concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for the continued support of what we do here at Heritage, and thank you for your time.
And from Heritage, that was Rasad Anderson and Taylor Guringer. I hope I said that right. I have the honor to introduce Liberty High School student representatives Philip Chow, Jeremy Malabo, and Alina Zavala.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Rao, and the cabinet. I'm Alina.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Phil.
And this is
our Vice recap. For our March Student of the Month, we have Alina Zavala. She's one of our ASB president, and she's actively participating in Puerto Rico, Polynesian dance, CSF, and a bunch more. She's a dedicated and hardworking student that exemplify what it means to be a Vice. She's truly deserving of this Student of the Month.
On March 7th, Liberty hosted its annual Spring Stampede, a vibrant event showcasing our spring student athletes, cheerleaders, and band, which highlighted their school spirit and talents. Spring athletes were cheered on by the student body.
We'd like to congratulate our Liberty DECA for placing first in sports marketing and entertainment team decision making and earning a bid to ICGC in Orlando. We are extremely proud of their hard work and dedication, and we wish them luck in the next phase.
Congrats to our ASB class for receiving the OPA Award from California Association of Student Leaders. They will be recognized at the student conference in April in honor of their dedication and hard work. Liberty counselors and students had their middle school visit on March 4th and 5th. They visited Belmont Middle School and Harvestville Student Academy 8th grader to give them an introduction of their transition to high school at Liberty. Students got to get involved with clubs and pathways offered at Liberty.
We would like to congratulate our dance team for having a strong finish to the competition season. They won first place for their pom category, second place for contemporary, and fourth place for the hip hop category. Great job to the dance team.
For our upcoming events, we have open house on March 26th.
LHS will be hosting a community event for incoming new students.
The pep rally will be on April 17th.
We're going to host an Avatar-themed rally to boost school spirit and morale through cheers, performances, and activities. We will have our dance teams, sport recognition, ASU election candidates, and important announcements for prom.
And hosted by our sophomore class, our spring extravaganza on April 4th. This will be a fun community event, and that will have games, food, and liquor.
And as always,
Have a great day.
Go Boys!
I'd like to introduce a student from Paloma Valley High School, Student Representative Naviha Soto.
Hello, Paris Union School Board. I'm Nevaeh Soto, back again with Wildcat highlights for March through April. Let's get started with a huge congratulations to our April Student of the Month, Senior Marcel Hayes. Great job, Marcel. Next up, for the first time ever, our girls lacrosse team are league champions. They won with a victory over Heritage just last week. Awesome job, Lady Wildcats. Speaking of awesome, how does getting published and being for sale on Amazon sound? That's what a collaboration between creative writing and ASL did with Willie Wildcat Learns to Roar. The Book of Life Lessons is on sale on Amazon right now. Let's switch gears to campus activities, starting with Spring Neon Rally on March 21st. The rally was fun games covering 2 lunches, focusing on our spring sports teams. And sports wouldn't be complete without our amazing unified teams. This collaboration between our special and general education classes featured flag football against visiting schools. The following week was our open house on March 27th. Wildcat Country welcomed the community to meet staff at class booths and watch club performances. Here's a scrumptious event. Our second Food Frenzy on April 4th featured food trucks, club booths, and music. The special event served as a way for ASB to help raise valuable funds for their ongoing club activities. Well, let the music play, Wildcats, and they did. Our talented musicians received excellent and superior ratings at festivals in March. Great job, Wildcat musicians, and director Tyler Richardson. And finally, Paloma Valley was honored to collaborate with local media and the VFW to host their annual Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans event March 28th. It was an emotional time as Wildcats gave our Vietnam War veterans the honor many have never received when they came home after fighting for our country. NJROTC led the effort with other spirit clubs and digital films to make the event truly spectacular. That's all for this month. For Paloma Valley, I'm Nevaeh Soto, and I'll see you next month when we wrap up the 24-25 school year.
And I would love to introduce Paris High School Student Representatives Cesar Caceres and Allison Moctezuma. I hope I said those right.
good evening, esteemed school board members and cabinet. I'm Allison Moctezuma.
And I'm Cesar Caceres, and we're proud to present this month's highlight reel from Paris High School.
From academics to the arts, field trips to fashion shows, March and April have been packed with Panther pride.
We started with a big academics celebration, Honor Rolls Week. Panthers were recognized for their hard work and top performance in their classes.
We welcomed families back during our open house. It was a great night to showcase student work, meet teachers, and celebrate our campus community.
Our theater program totally slayed that stage with their performance of Mean Girls. 3 nights of sold-out performances, bomb acting, and unforgettable sets.
There to be at a film festival showcasing original student work across different genres, creativity, and storytelling at its finest.
On March 27th, students to staff rolled up their sleeves for our third blood drive of the year. Thank you to everyone who helped save a life. This spring's Spirit Week was full of fun, themes, and campus-wide participation. Here's how it went down.
Students dressed as doctors, engineers, and rep their dream colleges.
On Tuesday, from basketball jerseys to beach vibes, we saw it all.
Preppy, sporty, artsy, you name it. Students had a blast showing their type.
On Thursday, think pigtails, overalls, and childhood memories.
Friday, everyone rocked all black and brought serious energy to close off our week.
We finished Spirit Week with an epic pep rally and annual prom fashion shows. The gym was electric. Our student model were runway ready. Average students got rewarded with an In-N-Out for all their dedication and college prep hustle. You've earned it.
Each month, we celebrate students who go above and beyond. These Panthers led with kindness, effort, and school spirit. And finally, avid students toured CSU campuses to explore college life and future goals. A big step forward in their academic journey.
As you can see, it's been a powerful spring at Paris High School.
We're proud of all our Panthers for shining bright in and out of classrooms.
Thank you, and as always, go Panthers!
From Paris Lake High School, student representative Alvis Izazaga. I hope I got that right.
Greetings and a warm welcome to Paris Lake. I'm Alvis Izazaga, an aspiring voiceover actor and proud Paris Lake senior, here to present our exciting April board presentation. To kick things off, let's shine a spotlight on our April Student of the Month, Franklin Tupu, for his incredible dedication and hard work. Way to go, Franklin. Now I'm thrilled to introduce one of the newest and most exciting additions to the Paris Lake, our career technical education classes. Third quarter marked the launch of our Arts, Media, and Entertainment Media Arts program, along with our work-based learning classes, both led by the talented Mr. Bryan. With over 30 years of experience in the entertainment industry, Mr. Bryan jumped in headfirst, guiding students through hands-on learning of video and audio production, visual art, podcasting, and so much more. Students are working together to create amazing projects like public service announcements and school-wide media content. In our work-based learning classes, students are preparing for life beyond high school by mastering teamwork, soft skills, SMART goals, and building powerful career portfolios. They're even suiting up and sharpening their interview skills through mock interviews. Talk about dressing for success. A very special thank you to our special guest presenters for taking time and sharing at the lake. That wraps up our highlights for this month. Signing off from the lake, but before I go, check out one of our student-produced PSAs on domestic violence awareness. You won't want to miss it.
One in 10 high school students has experienced physical violence from a dating partner in the past year.
Most female and male victims of rape, physical violence, and/or stalking by an intimate partner have their first experience with intimate partner violence before the age of 25.
Domestic abuse is more than just physical or sexual violence. It also includes emotional, psychological, financial, and verbal abuse, which can be just as harmful. Both women and men can be victims.
You're caught up in the moment. Okay, 9.4, CSEA President Cynthia Navarro.
Good evening, President Campos, board members, Superintendent Dr. Rao, cabinet, and guests. So things have been pretty busy as I involve myself more and more with membership concerns and problem solving with various site administrators and district leadership, and positive progress has been made, so I love that. I've had the opportunity to work more closely with Mr. John Hannon, Audrey Mitchell, and Rick Linsolato, and I truly appreciate the collaborative efforts that we're making, the relationships that are being built, because I understand the importance of these relationships as we work out together through the concerns, the problem solving. So now negotiations. So on the negotiations front, our recent sessions, although they have been productive, I have to share that we have not yet reached an agreement on the 24-25 COLA. And that's because the district has expressed that the recent 0.67 increase to health and welfare benefits was intended to offset the COLA. But that was never the understanding or the agreement on CSEA's end. We've heard the argument that because certificated staff did not take the COLA, then classified should not either. But respectfully, our salary structures are vastly different. And our focus is on advocating for our classified unit members. Our work is essential, and our members deserve equitable recognition. We remain committed to negotiating in good faith and are hopeful we can come to a fair agreement in our next sessions in May. We just ask the board and district leadership to show their support, not just in words, but in actions. And this has been a comment, like, is 1% really gonna break the bank for the district? If that's so, show us, give us a report, let us see it. So while all these negotiations are occurring, members are upset about a recent 7% raise for management. And I do want to acknowledge Dr. Rao and Mr. Andrade did give me an explanation. They provided clarification regarding the recent adjustment of the salary schedule, but yet our members are still feeling that the timing was off. Like, why now? And we're still being told no COLA for classified is possible. So it just sends a conflicting message. So I'll just close by sharing that, we have some CSE members here present, and I believe one of them will speak tonight more on this, and regarding just her personal perspectives. And I just want to thank you for your time and everything you're doing. And I'm not trying to preach here, but I just wish you all a great Easter, and that the light of Christ shine upon all of you and your families. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
I'm sorry. 9.5 PSEA President Jason Miller.
Thank you much. PSA does support the classified and CSA staff, and we also recognize that our pay scales are very different, and although we did not take a salary increase, that doesn't mean that CSA should not. I've heard a lot about deficit spending. We have our own ideas about that, but we feel that ending balance is a real number, and there is plenty of money according to your last interim report in the ending balance. So CSA might want to look into that. Congratulations to Lindsay Chavez for becoming the new director. I believe it's of learning and support. Is that correct? And congratulations. Congratulations to our new director of curriculum. I did not catch her name, but it is good to have somebody in that position. I'm very happy about the laser focus on attendance, and we've seen that. Student attendance has been on everyone's mind as of late, and we are hopeful for growth in the coming school year. The conversation seems to be revolving around declining enrollment, and this seems to be occurring in many places. But we also believe an important aspect of attendance that goes hand in hand with the enrollment is the capture rate, which is the simple idea that students should be physically present in classes at schools. For PSEA, the capture rate is a high priority that students are in the classes when they are at school. That should be a priority for everybody. I believe there's been some big improvement at all sites in the capture rate. within this area with the help of 5-Star, although the real reason there's been improvement is an intentional effort by cabinet, site, and all levels of management to make sure that students are in classes from the beginning of this year. So that's really good. We feel it, we see it. There's been talk of student transportation and safety for improving that capture rate, but the one area that does not seem to get enough play in this conversation is sleep. It may seem like a silly thing at first, but we spend about 1/3 of our life sleeping. Being in the classroom, most teachers can tell you that our students are not getting enough sleep. The 8:30 start time imposed by the state did very little to address this because while students do not have to be at school until later, parents still have to go to work at the same time. Make the child for the path, not the path for the child. That's exactly what the 8:30 start time did. By the way, that quote could apply to a lot of education and even society in 2025 America. Students are having a hard time waking up and coming to school. What a battle for every parent in the morning. While at school, they're exhausted and having a difficult time focusing. Visit any classroom for a week and you will see it. Students are up really late gaming or just engaging in social media, sometimes until 2, 3, or 4 in the morning. Many just stay home that day and not get up or come to school until second or third period. I have been in parent-teacher conferences where the issue is attendance, and it is difficult to hear the parents simply say they, the student, just don't want to get up. As we look at the other aspects of increasing student attendance, can we also look at helping students and parents get kids on a reasonable sleep schedule? I'm sure there are strategies to help with this, and the dividends are likely to help in almost every educational metric. Thank you for this time to speak.
Okay, 10.1, an invitation to address the Board of Trustees, non-agendized items. Are there any public comments on non-agendized items?
Yes, we have 5.
Okay. I will read the statement once again. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. In addition, the president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that the additional person speak only if they have something new to add.
Michelle Pugh.
Before the time starts, I just wanted to say that she wasn't able to stay here for long enough, so I'm going to read what she said. Okay.
Thank you.
Esteemed members of the board, I speak with heavy heart regarding the potential removal of our principal and vice principal. For countless students, including my son, an alumnus of Paris Lake who graduated in 2023, they are more than administrators. They are cornerstones of a supportive, growth-oriented high school experience where students feel valued and empowered. In fact, the principal provided tremendous support to my son during his final year. My positive experience led me to return and volunteer every year since his graduation, witnessing their continued positive impact firsthand. Our principal's exceptional leadership, vision, and commitment to the students' well-being have fostered trust and collaboration. Losing this leadership would be a significant blow to our school's stability and progress. Similarly, our vice principal is invaluable. Their fair and understanding approach to discipline has cultivated a safe, respectful learning environment. They consistently offer crucial support and guidance, enabling students to thrive. Removing these individuals transcends mere vacancies and it strikes at the core of Paris Lake High School's unique character. Their decision risks disrupting our positive momentum and negatively impacting student morale and academic performance. While I understand difficult choices arise, I implore you to carefully consider
the profound positive impact of our principal and vice principal on our students, both past and present. Their dedication and leadership are irreplaceable, as evidenced by my continued commitment as a volunteer. Before any final decision, I urge you to directly engage with students and staff who have witnessed their exceptional contributions firsthand. Understand the far-reaching consequences their removal would have on our children's lives and future of Paris Lake High School. Let us not dismantle the very foundation that nurtures our students. Please reconsider this decision. Thank you for your time and earnest consideration.
Thank you. Oh,
Can we get your name, please, for the
were
record?
you Vanessa or Amanda?
Amanda.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alvarez.
Cindy Ramos.
Good evening, Superintendent, Assistant Superintendents, and Board of Trustees. My name is Cindy Ramos. I'm the Assistant Principal at Paris Lake High School. And it has been brought to my attention that there's a narrative going around that it was my choice to leave administration and to return to the classroom. And I wanted to come here today to set that record straight. And the answer to that is no, absolutely not. I love Paris Lake High School and I love what I'm doing there. My role as administrator, helping my students today. These 3 students, they graduated. They graduated today. Today, instead of celebrating at home, they're here because they believe in what is best for their school. And so I just wanted to set the record straight that no, it is not my choice to leave Paris Lake High School. I believe in what we are doing. Paris Lake High School is thriving. We have a high graduation rate. Our suspensions are low. You can look at all the data in the California dashboard and it'll show you the leaps, the growth that we have made. This year we have approximately 300 students who will be graduating. And under the leadership of Mr. Alfred, we're looking at about 1,600 students who have been, these are the students who were not going to graduate at the comprehensive, but because they came to Paris Lake, because we don't judge, we don't criticize them, we embrace them, we welcome them. We look at the human side before they're students, before their grades, they are human. And they have real fears and real desires and real goals, and that is what we address. The human first. Everything else will follow. So I stand here before you to let you know that I have no desire to leave Paris Lake High School. All of this, these drastic decisions without being given a reason or an explanation, I'm human. And at the end of the day, yes, I cried it out. There's been confusion, but I stand strong. Because I see my students here and they're strong, and I see my parents here and they're strong, and I know that I have to continue this mission. But I wanted to come here tonight so that you could hear my side and my voice and understand that, no, my heart is at Paris Lake, and that's where I would like to stay with my current team. Thank you. Nathan Lloyd.
Hello, board. Before going to Paris Lake, I was a student at Paloma Valley High School. The staff of my old school was unreliable and hard to reach, and made many struggling students feel disregarded. I was labeled a danger to myself for suicidal action and was told I needed to speak to a safety ranger officer for an evaluation. I was told to wait in the wellness center, but one never showed up. I waited for hours and hours until I just had to go home and have my family figure it out themselves. I would never go on medical leave even though I was told I cannot return to school. This made me miss many classes, my finals, and failed because I missed 2 months of school. This was my sophomore year and my junior year. Because I was so behind, my counselor told me I need to do an academic plan full of things I need to do to graduate. After doing everything on that list, on the last week of school, I was told I will not be a returning student because there was nothing I could have done the whole year, and I shouldn't have even been a student at that point. And I wasn't told this until summertime. However, and I was told I was not going to graduate, I was 2 years behind, and the only way I could graduate was to do online school or if I was to be an adult school. However, today, as Ms. Ramos said, I graduated high school early with all A's with 40 other students that were academically behind from Paris Lake, and 2 of them are with me today. Despite being a huge accomplishment for the school, students and staff, for students, staff, and the board, despite being a huge accomplishment for the school, students, and staff, none of the board members were present to celebrate with the students. Paris Lake is full of the failure students who are told they'll never graduate, yet with the help of these staff members, we were able to graduate early and form a clear career path what we want for our futures. Students who struggle to swim are allowed to drown at the schools, while Paris Lake is a life vest thrown to these students. School was never a safe place for me, but at Paris Lake, I genuinely look forward to each day because of the hard work from the staff. Make us feel like we can achieve anything and with that we belong. We feel it is very unfair for our future struggling students to not have these same people fighting for them that were fighting for us, especially with Paris Lake being the last resort for its students. Instead of celebrating, we decided to come here to this meeting 30 minutes after we graduated, even though we're no longer students who want to come to this meeting and fight for our staff, just like how they continue to fight for us each day. When I see the staff members at my school, I don't see them as just authorities, I see them as people who fight for our futures each day and line up outside of school gates and say goodbye to us and tell us to have a safe day. These people are more than just staff, they're friendly and key components to these students' success, so please reconsider the removal of Mr. Alfred and Ms. Ramos. I know I had a lot to say, but 3 minutes only scratches the surface of what these staff members do for us each day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kathleen Biamat.
Good evening, Superintendent, and all staff, faculty, and all parents, grandparents here. My name is Kathleen Villarreal. I am a grandmother, parent/guardian of Peter Hacker. Peter Hacker was able to attend Paris Lakes High School. This school is full of love and integrity. They not only know every student's name, but they know the grandparents' name. In representation to my daughter that was taken by a drunk driver, Peter's life had changed drastically before attending Paris Lakes. He had no motivation, no direction, no goals, no integrity until he came to Paris Lakes. It wasn't until then I met Miss Cindy Ramos and the principal, Mr. Albert, that were able to uplift Peter, and for myself, Peter, and with the team, we set great objective plans for Peter and his destination. Throughout that duration, Peter started focusing more on his goals with great integrity, with great perseverance, and great emotions. He is currently now serving the U.S. Army in Fort Benning/Fort Moore. He was supposed to graduate in June, although with the direction and motivation and love and perseverance for Miss Ramos and Mr. Alfred, they were able to uplift him and he was able to graduate, I believe, in October early. He was currently serving the U.S. Army as we speak and just finished boot camp. These two people here are great motivators, full of great integrity. They have great surfacing. They are great pillars. They have open door policies. You can go with them with any kind of feeling and emotion or any kind of problem that you have regarding your student. With them, with myself and with Peter, we have been able to sit down in the past and figure out the best route for Peter. Standing here before you as not only a proud grandmother / guardian and parent, since my daughter is not here to represent him due to the drunk driver that took her life, it bashed Peter into non-perseverance to a great soldier that is serving this country with these two great people sitting in this room. So please keep in mind that without their integrity and professionalism, I would not be standing here in representation to one of the many testimonies that can happen in that school where eagles can soar. Thank you.
Good evening. That was really good. Good evening, board, guests, and Dr. Rao. Recently, it has been said that there is no money for the classified staff to receive a COLA. Teachers had accepted nothing this year, and so it was implied that classified staff should be good with that, good with receiving no salary increase as well. There's no money for the classified school employee summer assistance program that would assist our lowest paid employees at a presumed under $44,000 a year. And yet, leadership has given themselves and others at the top 7% raise over the next 3 years. Those already at the top who receive car stipends, free health insurance, free life insurance, etc. How did they even get a 7% raise when the COLA is only 1.67? It feels a little bit like, let them eat cake, especially when your lowest paid employees, the 3-hour nutrition service assistants at step 1, make less than $1,300 before taxes. Make this make sense to me. For many classified staff, often NSAs and paraeducators, this job requires us to take a second job outside of the district just to feed our families and pay bills. All while those already making the most receive raises. Teachers have a 2-year probationary period before becoming a permanent employee. For classified staff, there's a 6-month probationary period. Superintendent received a 7% raise in under 6 months. Based on what? I ask, how many times have these top earners had to perform the Heimlich maneuver to save a life while on the job? How many student seizures have they had to watch happen while simultaneously following each and every step of a student's specialized healthcare plan protocol? How many times have they been in danger of being choked or punched in the face by a nonverbal student? I ask because it's pretty damn often for us classified staff. The boots on the ground, doing the jobs that not only save lives, but change lives for students and their families every single day. Either our jobs and the work that we do is important and it matters, or it doesn't. Please make this make sense to me. Don't tell us that there's no money for us when the top has already taken it all. The farther you are from working directly with the students, the more money you receive. If we continue to take care of only our highest paid staff, who will work with the students? Again, make this make sense to me. I believe that the classified staff do matter to this district and the community at large. We pour our hearts into creating appropriate learning spaces that are safe for all students. It is time to show us that the work we do matters. It is not the time for the top 1% to receive a raise. I wore your bracelet for weeks, believing what you said at PD days regarding the importance of classified employees. I would like to return them to you now. Thank you.
Okay, 11.1 consent calendar, approval of consent calendar items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you, Trustee Hall. Seeing no discussion, please vote.
No, I know.
Oh, upon vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Oral reports continued. 12.1 Panther Park. And Hector will be giving us a presentation.
Good evening, Board President Campos, board members, Superintendent Dr. Arao, cabinet members. I'm here today, I'm presenting information on Panther Park to you. So Panther Park, if you're not familiar with it, it's adjacent to Paris High School. In the image you see there, I put Paris High School in relation to Panther Park. Panther Park is to the south of the school, along Ruby Drive. It's not connected to the school, it's separated by Ruby Drive. So if you see there where Paris High School is up at the top, Panther Park is down to the south on the left side of the street if you're driving down Ruby Drive. So park is located at 1022 Ruby Drive. It's not connected to campus. The park is bordered on two sides by houses and two sides by streets, Mildred and Ruby. Panther Park, there's an image there of the park itself. It's made up of 3 softball fields. They have backstops with some bleacher type seating. The play fields are fenced. One of the fields is completely fenced. The other 2 are fenced on first base and third base side. It's got a small restroom building, men's and women's restroom. It's got a small storage room as part of that small building. The front of the park has a small 4-foot fence. It's got gates, but they're frequently open. The park is not secure. It's got short fencing. We lock the gates, but the gates are frequently opened on the weekends by the community. They use the park. The park is 5.52 acres of property. There's some images of the park, the restroom building there. The dedication plaque, the park was a collaborative between the City of Paris, Paris Union High School District, Rotary of Paris, and the Chamber of Commerce of Paris. So it was dedicated in 2004. There's an image of one of the softball fields. It's got full backstops, some bleacher type seating at all the fields. The vehicle access gate to the park, that's the gate we use to go in and mow and do maintenance on the park. But you see that fence in front of the park there. It's a 4-foot fence, very inadequate. It's pretty much open to the community. The perimeter fencing there on the picture on the right, same thing, goes all the way around the park, but it's very short fencing. Another image of one of the softball fields and a view along Ruby Drive of the perimeter of the park, perimeter fencing. So as part of the overview, Panther Park use. It is not used very frequently by the school. Very little school use. It's not used for PE. There's an issue with having to get kids off campus, cross Ruby Drive. They're off campus, so it's not used by PE. Not currently used for softball. In the past, the school had two levels of softball, a JV and a varsity. Right now, there's only one level of softball at the campus, so it's not used for softball. So the soccer teams on the campus use it occasionally. A couple times a year they'll go out there and they'll do practice during soccer season. It's mostly used by the community and outside athletic groups. There's some soccer goals there on the fields, like I said. Sometimes our school does use it, but it's mostly on the weekends. The little soccer teams, softball teams, the community uses it more. Some issues with Panther Park. It's open, not secured. The fencing is short. The gates are frequently open. Even if we lock them by Monday morning, they're open again. Graffiti is frequent. Happens pretty frequently at Panther Park. The city of Paris does remove the graffiti. There's frequent vandalism. And then the maintenance. We maintain this facility. It's not used by the campus, but we maintain it. Try to keep it in good shape, and it's used, like I said, mostly by the community. There is a lot of homeless activity at the park. That's another reason our school doesn't use it very often. The security of our students is our top priority. So frequently there's broken bottles. There's syringes. There's a lot of trash and stuff like that at the park. We do have a maintenance and operations employee that goes there every morning and makes sure he cleans up, make sure it's safe for anyone that uses the park. But it's a frequent activity there at the park. So what does Panther Park cost us? So water, electricity, landscape, maintenance, our groundskeepers, tree trimming, about $109,000, about $110,000 a year. And that's an average to maintain the park on a yearly basis. We looked into, if we were to secure Panther Park properly, chain link fencing would be about $140,000 to do the two sides on Mildred and Ruby. If we were to do wrought iron fencing, if you've been by Paris High School, you saw the new wrought iron fencing we did as part of the campus renovation. If we were to go that route, it'd be about $315,000 to use that type of fencing. With that, I'll pass it to Dr. Arau. If there's any questions on the facility itself, I'm happy to answer questions.
Thank you, Hector. Based on the study session that we had a couple of months ago, there were some comments about the facilities, making analysis, identifying different facilities that we had. So we came with Panther Park, and we are making this small presentation for you to think what you would like to do moving forward, and to get direction so we can focus on what you decide to do.
Hector, I'm familiar with Panther Park, you know that. Those restrooms, are they usable?
They are usable. They're maintained. The water's flowing and they're usable. But they're typical park restrooms.
So the custodian goes over every day?
Yeah, when it's used. He checks it. When the park is open and it's used, we do check it every day.
I mean, I don't want you to feel like you're under attack for Panther Park.
No.
But there's been some concerns with the homeless, as you spoke of. Mm-hmm. They were taking over Panther Park.
Yeah.
I didn't go there to see it, so you could give us a better view. I spent my time in Panther Park, and it's a nice big area. I think we have to take in some ideas to see what we want to do with it. I have some suggestions. I'll keep them to myself until we can sit down, because you might cross them right off the list.
Sure.
So, but I'm very familiar with it. I would just encourage the maintenance department to stay on the park so it doesn't get out of hand. When Grant was still the superintendent, it had some problems. And I think you went over there and addressed those, but that's almost a daily thing.
Yeah.
So the concern, I think, was who owns the park? Who owns it?
Well, it's been established the Paris Union High School District owns it.
Okay.
Which is, all the years I've been here in the district, it was my understanding that it was owned by the city. It's actually owned by Paris Union High School District.
So legally, I don't know, the district is always looking to raise funds and do things. Could we do party rentals or rent, in other areas you go to the park and you go to the recreation and you rent a spot, you get a grill and tables and you can have a jumper delivered and have your party in the park. That would be one area for use. I don't know if that's legit for school districts. That's something, I don't know the legal aspect of that.
Well, we currently use our online civic permits or civic use platform, Facilitron. Mm-hmm. We rent our fields at other sites. Heritage High School, Liberty High School, Paloma Valley High School, baseball teams rent them, other outside groups rent them. Panther Park has an opportunity to do something like that, but it's just not secure. We can't keep people out there on the weekends. The fencing is inadequate. If we try to rent it out, people still use it. They go in, they don't have a permit, and they still use it because it's wide open to the community.
So I saw the cost for these fences. How big are the fences, and what kind of quality for the iron fences?
8 foot is what we looked at.
You think that's sufficient?
Well, here we did 10 foot.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because that cost is a lot cheaper than what we paid for this property, correct?
Yes, it is. This is just different type of fencing. Here, with the way the fencing laid out, most of it was custom work for all those fence panels. So that's why the cost was more significant. Then we had 2 gate openers, 2 rolling gates. So it was different. The Panther Park would have either the chain link or the wrought iron, like we have in front of Paris High School. But like I said, that price is based on 8 foot, but we can get a price for 10 foot.
Well, I would think, you have an issue with homeless, and, the higher the fence, the harder it is to climb, right?
Yes.
And that's just logic, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we have to have an expert analyze that.
No, I mean, here with 10 foot, I've actually had conversations with people in this area. Homeless gentleman that used to walk through kind of chastised me for putting up the fencing. And he said, you guys did that high fencing, we can't climb it. Same thing would happen at Panther Park. I mean, the price that we developed was for 8 foot, but we can look at 10 foot.
So in the past, under the old superintendent, I've asked about cameras there as well. We've had incidences where we weren't able to document.
Mm-hmm.
So what about surveillance cameras as well if we're talking about securing that property?
Yeah, there's actually another board item on the agenda for tonight
Yeah,
For,
but that's something else we've talked about.
for running data to the park. There's no data out there. At one point, I think there was maybe a wireless bridge or something. There was a camera out there at one point, but it was very inadequate.
Right.
There's something on the agenda tonight to run data there to be able to install cameras.
Oh, well, you answered my question, but those are two separate. Okay, but thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else? I've got a couple, but I'll go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't want Hector to be on the spot.
That's all right.
I'm gonna go over there, so I'm just gonna give you the warning. I'm going to look. So, tell Jesse or whoever they better get their butt over there and get that slate cleaned up if it ain't clean.
It's clean. I've been, especially with this presentation, preparing for this, been over there quite a bit.
Okay. And I only put it that way because I've had experience with it with the areas.
Yeah.
It used to be under my, and yours too.
Yeah. We're on speed dial with the neighbors around the park. You know, if there's water going over their fence or if there's something happening with the park, they know who to call. They call myself or Jesse. And matter of fact, this week we got a call about a broken sprinkler, which we took care of. So.
Yeah, I towed lawnmowers out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get stuck in that back end.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Steve, I'm sorry.
Well, so a couple things, little shock, just kind of, wow. Number one, personally, I don't think we should be spending any more money there. You know, when we hear the concerns, about putting fencing within a park that the community's not even using, I think it's wasted money. You know, we heard parents here talk about CMI and the need there. I actually, while the presentation was going on, because I'm not completely aware of where it was at, it's 2.5 miles from CMI. I mean, the one thing, if we were going to temporarily invest in it, and I don't know if this is doable, and I know it's kind of on the CMI side, but you know, if we could use that temporarily, like if we were able to find funding for whatever on the park, I mean, I think this could be kind of a Band-Aid. Obviously, we probably have to provide transportation there, but if they have a field, if the grass is flat and they can actually play and, without injuries, then I think that's something that we're at least using that's productive for the community, for the students. Outside of that, I mean, it's kind of disheartening to think that we've been spending money on a property we didn't even own, or that we didn't know we owned, yet we were putting all this money into it without any return on the investment. I personally, if you would, Dr. Rouse, I would contact Orbach and Huff and Henderson tomorrow and let's get a title search of all the properties within the district. Because when we had our school workshop here on Saturday, that's one of the things that we talked about. We've been trying to find ways to, create revenue, do different things, because we have some beautiful facilities, and now we have property that we didn't even know we owned. Which for me, it's kind of like, how did that happen? You know what I mean? I mean, it's 5.5 acres. When I was looking at that pictures, I'm thinking we can develop 20 houses there. And I'm glad that you brought up the AB there. The good news is, I think that with the help of Orbach, Huff, and Henderson, and the creativity within the community, and obviously we probably have to survey and do different things, but we've been given actually kind of a blessing, because now we have something that we can use productively. And if that means, partnering with the city, developing that land. And that's why I say I think we need to get, because Orbach, Huff, and Henderson we've talked to them about that, about taking a look at it. But I think now we have to take it outside of the staff's hands, have the attorneys, and it's going to be costly probably, but we want to make sure that we know exactly what we own. I think we've had this conversation in the past, over the past couple of years, and to find this out now, it's kind of mixed emotions. It's good news and bad news. I mean, the good news is, hey, we have 5.5 acres. You know what I mean? The bad news is like, dang, we've had 5.5 acres that we've been spending, X amount of dollars with little return on our investment. But, the past is the past. And now moving forward, I think we just need to be creative. Let's find out what other assets we have to benefit the community. See if somehow, we can work something out, for CMI in the meanwhile. Just because, I mean, it does seem like it's usable. But at the same time, hearing what Tony has said and about, the different homeless things, I mean, thank you for building those relationships with the community and then being able to contact you, I think that's great. I think that the fact that we're doing that is awesome. Now we just have to kind of redirect this, take a look at how we can use it as a benefit, and go from there. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I personally, would not want to invest really another dime, knowing that we have other needs. At the same time, if it's going to benefit our student population, then obviously that money's probably worth it. Like I said, if it's CMI, or if someone's going to get a benefit out of that property, I think that would be great. But I mean, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I just but if we can get on the phone and find out what we can do, and then have them do a title search on every property that we have, so that we know exactly what we have, no matter how small or how large. It's good to know what we have. That way we can then start to become creative and start thinking about how can we develop this and bring in community resources for our schools. So, but thank you for the presentation. I appreciate all the information that you provided for us.
Thank you.
We really do, and maintaining, at least doing that part. So, because I'm sure the community appreciates that. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, written reports, 13.1, the Williams Settlement Quarterly Uniform Complaint Report Summary for January 2025 through March 2025. 13.2, Discipline March 2025 Monthly Suspension Report. And then moving on to action items. 14.1, General Functions. Resolution number 23-2425, supporting Title IX fairness in girls' interscholastic sports. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Any discussion? And so I will briefly bring up why I brought this resolution up. I think, and it's my understanding that currently we don't have any issues with the Title IX transgender boys or girls playing in another sport. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up is because I think that there's a lot of things going on in different school districts. I think that Title IX, at the heart of what it was to protect girls' sports and to make sure that they have their opportunity to shine athletically without having their own leagues. I know that in recent years there's kind of been a ping pong as to what Title IX is. It's been changed, and then now it's reverting back to its original intent. For me personally, I think for the protection and safety of our female athletes, I think it's the right thing to do. It's a proactive thing to do from this perspective. The other thing too is, and we're kind of still finding out and wondering what within the Trump administration, we don't know what the federal funding and withholding, but I think bringing something forward, because I know this is one of the things that is constantly talked about locally and nationally. And one of the things that I think it's extremely important is that with this, we're not going to run into any. I know that there might be some state battles, but we're not going to run into federal funding. And I know for me, when I think about the federal funding that we could lose out, what I don't know, and it's an unknown. And when we fly out to Washington D.C. in a couple weeks, we're going to talk to legislators to kind of get a better idea. That if you are not complying in one area with the federal government, does that mean it wipes you out for all the funding? And these are the unknowns. So, for example, right here, we're voting on a resolution for Title IX. And let's just say we didn't comply, right? Then does that mean they're going to withhold Title IX funding only? Or are they going to go into the other funding areas that they fund? It could be cybersecurity, it could be Title I, special ed funding, whatever they fund us. And so those are one of the unknowns. And I think that this one, to kind of avoid some of the things that are going on locally within the county, I think it's a proactive thing, so that when we don't have that issue arise, and if we're complying with it, then it's not going to exist. When it does, and I think we kind of take it from there and deal with it at that point. But I just wanted to be proactive to kind of move this forward to say, hey, okay, let's comply here. Let's make sure that in women's sports, girls' sports, that they're competing against their biological gender, so that they're safe and their opportunities are not taken by someone else who might have an advantage in that sense. So that was kind of the purpose for bringing it forward, and that's it. So if anybody else would like to share any other discussion, feel free.
I think the idea that it's, to me, this is just picking a fight. So this is when we could sit out and let it go a little further to see where we're at with this, state and federal. I just feel like we're jumping the gun. From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, that no other district has signed on to creating resolutions, or we'd be the first district to do this. Is that correct? Or
That seems to be the case. To my knowledge, also, we don't know anything. Dr. Higgins, to your knowledge?
No, yes,
Yeah.
right now, I
Correct.
haven't found any other district yet.
Okay. So it's I know this is, it's an issue, it's gonna come up, but I think we're a little early. We've got one student we're concerned about, and I think that's a legitimate concern. I don't know that my solution was the one that would work because of state regulations and rules, things like that. So I don't have the solution. I just think we're a little ahead here.
Well, and I think to touch on that, that particular situation doesn't involve sports. It doesn't involve the involvement of playing on a female athletic team.
Is that a P? Just
We can zero students in that situation in sport.
And nowhere else in the district do we have
In sports.
in sports. Any other category that would deny somebody
For sports, we can deny. For
access? I
knowledge,
can't think of one.
no.
No, okay. Okay, I just opinion, it's just my opinion. So.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, now please vote. Upon the vote being taken, we have 4 in favor and 1 opposed. Moving on to 14.2, general functions, request for support on AB 327, protecting schools from swatting incidents. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. So Trustee Garcia on the first, thank you Trustee Hall on the second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, please vote. Upon the vote being taken, 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to 14.3, personnel certificated personnel action items. And do I have a motion? Thank you, Trustee Nye. You know what? I'll second that. And seeing any further. Oh, sorry.
The resolution. Because I think we need to make a motion to approve the resolution. Because the recommendation doesn't state that.
Oh,
Let me go back.
okay.
The recommendation, so it was to review, discuss, and provide direction. So again, I just want to be clear what your motion was. Might be the right in
Oh.
So if we go back to that.
Yeah.
I'm filling it
14.1?
Yeah.
parliamentarian.
Which one, 14.1?
14.1.
So can someone make a motion to approve the resolution?
Oh, sure.
Isn't that what we voted for?
Yeah, I'll make.
Because it says, review and discuss trustee Campbell's recommendation resolution number, and then it says, and provide direction for it. So I think if you make a motion, if you want to approve it, then you just make a motion if you would like to approve it.
And then vote again?
Okay, so yeah, and then that way we understand what we're going. Okay, so I'd like to make a motion going back to 14.1 on the resolution 23-24-25 supporting Title IX of the Fairness in Girls Interscholastic Sports. So I'd like to make a motion to approve and adopt the resolution, and that would be it.
I'll second it.
Oh, thank you. So I've got the first. Trustee Garcia's got the second, and then we'll move on for the vote.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the pressure. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, there are 4 in favor and 1 opposed. And moving on to 14.4, personnel, classified personnel action items.
14.3.
Oh.
Yeah, certificate.
Okay, we skipped it.
We left out certificate 14.3. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we did the swatting. Oh.
Yeah, 14.3.
My bad.
Certificate.
14.3, personnel, certificated personnel action items. I think. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Seeing no discussion, please vote. Well, I think my mouse lost.
Unplug it.
Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, upon the vote being taken, we have a 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to 14.4, personnel, classified personnel action items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second? I'll second that. Trustee Campos, and please vote. Upon the vote being taken, we have the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to 14.5, personnel recommendation to revise the school social worker job description. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Thank you, Trustee Anaya on the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.6, personnel. The Paris Secondary Educators Association is submitting its initial proposal to negotiate with the Paris Union High School District for the 2025-2026 successor negotiations. Do I have a motion?
So moved. So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia on the motion. Second?
Second it.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. So now, we'll have a public hearing to receive comments regarding the initial proposal to negotiate from the Paris Secondary Educators Association for the 2025-2026 successor negotiations. Are there any public comments?
There are no public comments.
Okay, thank you.
Open at 6:18.
So,
or 8:18. Oh,
at 8, okay, so we are opening up at 8:18. Oh, where is it? Thank you. Watching paint dry.
6 personnel. Steve. What number are you?
14.6.
14.6. Okay. I'm good.
Okay, the public hearing is now closed at 8:19.
Trustee Garcia and a second.
Yes, there's a motion by Trustee Garcia and a second by Trustee Campos to accept the Paris Secondary Educators Association initial proposal to negotiate with the Paris Union High School District for the 2025-2026 successor negotiations. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.7, personnel. The Paris Union High School District hereby submits its initial proposal to the Paris Secondary Educators Association for successor contract negotiations for the 2025-2026 school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Anaya. So now, do I read that or do I open the hearing?
Please vote.
The public hearing to receive. Okay. The public hearing to receive comments regarding the Paris Union High School District's initial proposal to negotiate with the Paris Secondary Educators Association for 2025-2026 school year is now open at 8:20. Are there any public comments?
There are no public comments.
There are no public comments. Thank you. Oh. The public hearing is now closed at 8:21 p.m. And there is a motion, was it Garcia, and a second by trustee Anaya?
Yes.
Okay. To accept the Paris Union High School District's proposal to negotiate with the Paris Secondary Educators Association for the 2025-2026 school year, please vote. Mine jam.
Yep. Stop pushing. Oh, there we go.
I'm down. No, but it's a server error. Oh, no, we got it. We're good. Thank you.
Okay.
Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.8, Personnel Resolution number 21-24-25, proclamation of May 18th through 24.
Never mind, it did. It came back.
2025 as classified School Employee Week. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Hall. Please vote.
What's going on?
Nothing.
4.8.
14.8? Yeah.
14.8.
My vote hasn't come up yet.
Yeah.
There's no vote.
Steve's just went down.
It's not consistent, so it throws me off.
Steve, Charles, and Jamie.
Oh.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Oh, here we go.
Capture yours?
Yeah.
We're all having fun with the computers.
Yeah.
Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.9 Personnel Resolution number 22-24-25, proclamation of May 5th through the 9th, 2025 as National Teacher Appreciation Week, and May 6th, 2025 as National Teacher Appreciation Day. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stafford. Please vote. Seeing no discussion.
Okay,
Nope. I'm down.
I don't know.
Oh, am I up?
Just get in while you
I'm
drop.
up, but I got a
This is
server.
like test. This is
Okay.
like
Okay.
really crazy.
There we go.
Okay. We'll work it.
Okay, upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. We are moving on to 14.10, curriculum, new supplemental English novel adoption. Do I have a motion
I'll make the motion. Someone needs a second.
to table?
Oh, yeah,
What's the
yeah,
motion?
to
Yeah.
table it just like we did at the other board meeting. No problem.
So while trustee Garcia, we have him tabling this as the motion
same
in the
thing as
first.
last time.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, trustee Stafford.
Thank you, Dr. Eads. Come on, baby. Work. There we go.
trustees English.
I don't have anything.
What?
I don't have anything.
Oh, same. She's wrapping it up.
There you go.
Can we vote?
Yeah, and I think you went through.
We're voting to table it, correct?
Yes, it's table.
Just like at the last meeting.
Right.
And upon the vote being taken, the vote was?
I'm pressing it, but nothing's happening.
It's up there.
I voted, you voted. Okay, we all did.
Yeah, we all voted. It's just,
There it goes.
yay, 5-0. 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.11, business authorization for purchase orders above $50,000 for April 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Seeing no discussion, please vote. It's
Done with our motions today.
with their patience. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.12, business authorization for purchase of capital equipment above $10,000, April 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On the vote being taken,
You guys got to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I follow you again? Oh, there
Maybe
it
it's
goes.
time to upgrade.
on the vote being taken, the
Oh,
vote
I just got kicked out. There you go. Or 5-0.
5-0. 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 14.3, technology. Award of bid for E-rate Category 2 purchase of network switches funded through the general fund in the amount of $13,209.25. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Trustee Stafford, thank you. You know what, on the...
The computer's lagging.
Oh,
Because you're on 14.13.
yeah.
I'm still on 14.12.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
same day.
Yeah, it'll come up and then...
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. We got one more. There it goes.
How is it glitching on a technology one?
It started.
It's ironic, huh?
Nope. I thought we were on 14.13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
it
goes.
was.
It just changed. We can vote, right?
It's like, update our
So we
system.
can vote, right? Maybe we need new software.
Maybe we need to increase the budget.
Let's not do that.
Where's Joe?
Wasn't me.
And upon the vote being taken, the vote
Don't
was...
jump, don't jump. Looks like Tony and Jamie and Chuck, Charles haven't voted.
There we go.
Oh, to start over. That's one long drum roll.
There we go.
That error should go away. There it is. The vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to information items. 15.1 curriculum, revised science courses, Science 5, Science 6, Science 7, Science 8, Science 9, Biology, Environmental Science, Chemistry, Physics, and Astronomy and Space Science. 15.2 curriculum, new and revised Science Essential courses, Science 5 Essentials, Science 6 Essentials, Science 7 Essentials, Science 8 Essentials, Biology Essentials, formerly Basic Science, Astronomy Essentials, and Environmental Science Essentials. And then moving on to 15.3, curriculum, multi-year legal services agreement with Hatch and Cesario, attorneys at law, funded through the general fund in the amount of $185 to $340 per hour. Did you want to share any?
Oh, yes. So Hatch and Cesario is a law firm that I had worked with prior. They specialize only in special education. And Orbach, as we know, is our primary. And so I wanted to be able to have at least one other as a secondary. I believe I found a contract with
Oh, 3F?
F3. I knew it was one. But I think that's ending soon. And it's always nice. I know we have the primary, but to also have, just in case we have multiple cases, have it back.
And because you just brought something up, so in your research, 3F or F3 was doing our special ed before? Because that was one thing I didn't know who was handling.
I just know when I look at our fiscal, there was a contract available for consultation through the special education department.
Dr. Higgins, did you expand a little bit about there was an attorney in one firm and he moved here?
Yes.
If that's the one, the expert on special ed, right?
Yes,
Because that's what
yes. And that was the trigger. So in March, early March, I recognized an attorney that I dealt with in Ventura County. And some of the actions, and I thought, I probably should need to reach out and have, that second that's familiar with some of the practices that I've seen. And I saw it a little different. Every county has their own way of handling legal. And so there were some things that I caught and I thought, oh, he wouldn't have got away with this. So I made sure, Dr. Higgins is here, in this district now. But having a special education law firm that focuses just on special education is a good secondary.
Yeah, no, and I did the research when this came up, for our agenda review, and I did notice that they were one of the few. It was kind of like their specialty. I took a look at the staff and the different attorneys, and kind of they saw that there was kind of a niche that it was their kind of forte and what they did, and so I just wanted to make sure that before it was an action item that you had that opportunity to share that information with the board, because I know I did look into that, and I was open to it. I just didn't want to put the board on kind of notice without knowing what was going on. But obviously we'll bring this back as an action item. That way everybody else can do some further research and we'll move on from there. Any other discussion or questions?
No, so we're tabling?
Oh no, it's just information.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an action item.
Under the recommendation, it states for you to provide clear and specific instructions. So, are you okay with them bringing it back?
Yeah.
As an action item?
Yeah.
Okay.
As an
Yeah.
action item,
Yeah, bring it back as an action item?
Yeah. Because then that gives kind of, there was a couple things I just didn't want us taking action on without having more. I just didn't think we had enough information to move forward. But now that we have that, everybody can do kind of their own research on that, and we'll move on. Thank you for that, Dr. Egan's. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I would like to highlight, though, for that law firm, the particular lawyer is Melissa Hatch. So lawyers shift, and so I'm very particular. I know, like, that law firm in the Hatch and Cesario, the Hatch is the person that we would be directly dealing.
Okay.
Thank you.
And my assumption, she's a 340. Usually the top biller. 14, but sometimes obviously you pay for what you get. 15.4 business revolving cash report for March 2025. And moving on, 15.5 technology review and discuss the RFP number 020725 E-rate category one wide area network or WAN for Panther Park funded through the general fund in the amount of $48,000 and $48,240.
And this one, Mr. Campos, is the one that was pending based on what use you would like to give to Panther Park, right? Because with E-rate, we have a program, the installation of the network would cost like $200,000. But with E-rate, we pay for 20%. So it would be a little bit more than 200,000, right? 20%, almost 250, the total cost. But now we have the opportunity to pay 48, and we have through the E-rate program. But the question is, do we want to spend $48,000 now to put the infrastructure there for potentially have internet and cameras, that you were mentioned, if you decide to give another use or you give us different direction?
And so that's basically that was also something that I moved informational because finding out the Panther Park information, then going on and spending this now, I guess, and I don't know who would be able to answer this. So my understanding is, so if we were to fund this, it just means the area is wired for the future, or because
So this would connect the site to Paris High School with a fiber optic cable, which would make networking possible. We would put network switches in the attached to the bathrooms is a storage room that we originally had network equipment back in the day. We would put a new switch in there, and then we would be able to drive cameras as well as access points, so students would be supervised, as well as having access to our network facilities while on our campuses.
But now, obviously, this is off campus, and I think the discussion was we don't have too many students using or accessing that. So I guess for me, I hear you. It's a deal if you're using it, and if there's, I'm just trying to figure out what's the return on the investment. So the people that are there, the homeless guys, who are hanging out, and doing mischief, they have access, to internet and all that other stuff. I don't know, or maybe they wouldn't because you're right.
We would secure the network for only our students and staff.
Okay.
Good answer.
You're very correct. We brought this forward so that way you guys
they can go to Starbucks or something. It's a free Wi-Fi. Okay, so anyways, that's something to discuss and think about down the road. 15.6 board policies, business and non-instructional operations, series 3000.
So you're not bringing it back, correct?
Are we bringing it back? Yeah. I think we are.
I'm sorry, okay.
Yeah, please. Now, so question, is there a deadline? Like, is this something that...
The deadline has passed, and if we do not approve, we will lose the funding for this.
When?
If we don't award today, then we would have one more chance to award at the next board meeting, but the E-rate funds dry up at the end of the school year.
Okay.
And we can no longer apply them to other projects. This was earmarked for this, and that window has expired, so we would not be able to update the use for it.
So why did it come as information then?
So just to clarify, James, can the board make a decision in June 16th, let's say, is the next
Or
one?
in May?
Or May?
May, I believe, would be possible. I'd need to consult with our E-rate consultants, but I believe that would be possible.
May will be possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
ideal. Yes.
Just because knowing the circumstances,
I recognize that we don't know what we want to do with it yet, so this is kind of a big ask on, gambling on what we plan to do with it, so I agree.
Any recommendations?
I have a hard time justifying network all the way out there for a seldom used facility like that, but at the same time, if we did plan to invest more and use it more, putting in fences, using it more for our facilities, I would recommend something like that so we could at least have cameras, so that way we could monitor the facilities, but otherwise, if it's going to remain as used or change to something else, I would suggest passing on it.
Okay, and so this amount, is it 1 year? Or is it multi-year?
So that total amount covers the installation, which is not $48,000, it's roughly $38,000, and then it covers the 3-year subscription to the internet service as well. So that connection would be charged on a monthly basis at a low cost, a few $100s, and then that connection would stay up until we turned it off.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And then moving on 15.6, Board Policies, Business and Non-Instructional Operations, Series 2000. And 16.1, closed session.
Yes, President Campos, we have closed session.
Okay, we will need closed session, so 17, so
We have to vote. We have to vote.
Oh, wait, hold on. So closed session, so do I have a motion?
So moved.
To convene, so first, we've got Trustee Garcia.
And Stafford.
And Stafford, Trustee Stafford on the second, please vote. Convene a closed session.
I will vote.
Now, if you guys would like to leave, because we do have some stuff to cover. You are more than welcome to have the night off. It's been a long night. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for.
And it's a 5-0 vote.
Yeah, that's 5-0.
16-1 is 5-0 vote. We're in closed session at 6:41.
Okay, so that's
Would love to see you all stay there.
Okay, the vote was 5-0, 5 in favor, 0 opposed, so we are going into closed session at 8:41. We're reconvening the Paris Union High School District meeting at 9:58. And then action items, we are moving on to 18.1, discipline, board review of discipline matters. And do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford on the first and Trustee Garcia on the second. Seeing no discussion, please vote. And upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to 19.1, other items by the superintendent, Dr. Ross.
No, Mr. Campos.
Thank you, sir. 20.1, other items by the Board of Trustees. Trustee Anaya.
No, not at the same.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford.
There was something. I just wanted to say welcome, Sophie.
Thank you.
You've been here with us before, but
Thank you.
kind of here all the time now. Okay. And we wanted to say so long to Sarah, and she's just over across the road. But you know, we miss her. I mean, she was with us for a long time. And the other things, let me just see if there's anything here real quick that I need to say. Just, this is more for Dr. Rao. I'm going to work on another video with Paloma Valley High School.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do 2 to 3 days of filming, and I'm doing another kind of life story thing.
Okay.
Not a Black History thing, but more of a, and they're going to use it for a project for the kids to produce me. I talked to Julie Blythe about it and got her permission. She's very excited about it. So I just wanted to let everybody know, I'll be over there a few days when he calls for me, and
Thank you for sharing.
Mr. Gold is going to help me. So it's exciting, get to spend some time on the campus before graduation. And that's it. I think we talked about it.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Trustee Hall.
Since I've been here, I've been going to quite a few events. So it's nice to see students on the screen that I've met, or they know who I, kind of recognize who I am now. Oh, sorry. So it's just finding my place here and enjoying what I'm doing, and just making sure that we're all on the same page of making students first. And that's what it's all about. And making sure that all of our students in all of our schools are recognized as, who they are and what we're trying to do here.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Trustee Garcia.
I just want to thank everybody for everything they've been doing for us and going through all the changes together. I know we all talk about being family and everything, but I'm learning the difference between family and teams. We'll go into that later because we're trying to end. I want a special shout out to our deputy. Thank you for your service and everything you're doing for us. I know it's late. I apologize, but you guys have a good night and get home safely, please.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. A couple things on the. I know we're going to be out for at least I think the employee gala, and there was I think another event. I don't know if it was the staff one.
The parent recognition.
Or the parent recognition.
Yeah.
Well, I know there was 2 events. Some of us will be gone. We'll be in DC while one of those is taking place. So we just want to make sure if you guys could just share that we would have wanted to be there. Unfortunately, we'll be out of the state, and so. And I know for me, I most likely, I think the other one's on the 2nd. I will not. I might be in Wisconsin with my daughter, helping her move in her new home. So the other thing, thank you to Pinacati Middle School, and actually for the campaign. When I'm looking around and I see all this stuff, and that's kind of one of my things about the arts. I think we need to do that more. I think kids need art more. They can express themselves. It's some people look at it as it's not very academic, and it's like no, you know what? It really is. It brings out their creativity, different sides of their brain that are working. And so I think doing that site-wide at every grade level. You know what I mean? I think it's important to always infuse the arts because you get some great products. You know what I mean? And not all of them are great, but I think everybody having that opportunity to do that is a benefit to student learning. I do think we need to look into that sleep thing that Jason Miller mentioned, PSEA. That's extremely important. Kids, when they're developing, that's when they're growing, is when they're sleeping. When they're lacking sleep, it could affect growth and obviously academic different things. So definitely at some point need to look into that and try to encourage kids to go to sleep. It's really important. And finally, Jamie had mentioned it earlier. I hope you all have a blessed Easter. I know for some of us, it's a very Resurrection Sunday is we look forward to it all year, and so I know that for me and my family it'll be a special day to celebrate. And so I hope that you celebrate however you celebrate on any given Sunday. But just for me, for this particular one, have a happy Easter. And so that's pretty much it. 21.1 future board topics.
Anything that you would like to, information or topics that you would like to consider for the board agenda?
I know for me, I just wanted, moving on, the land and that kind of stuff and what to kind of do to start thinking about that stuff. That would be one of those things that I think we need to get on as soon as possible. And outside of that, if there's nothing else, we're going to go to 21.
Actually, I just want to say, as we talk about like the photos here, these pictures, recognizing our students for, the robotics from Heritage.
Yeah.
Why aren't they here? Why are we not inviting, our students here when they accomplish something like that to give them that award or just take recognition of them? I'd love to see a CFI football team all in here, or something like that. Just
you know what? I think on that note, depending on where the kids are at, this is a kind of a far drive, and so some of them might drive, some of them might not. It could be but I'm on the same page, and I think what we should do is we should go to them.
Correct.
And we should, celebrate them, whether it's one board member, 2 board members, Dr. Rouse, whoever can go, because I think you're exactly right. I think, they're bringing accolades to the school district and their hard work is being rewarded with their accomplishments. So I definitely think we should do something like that in acknowledgement and hopefully get them there because, these kids are probably doing important stuff right now and they might be sleeping. So
I mean, our meetings are short enough as they are, so we can have more time.
So 21 minutes, if nothing else. Thank you for that, Trustee Hall. And 21.2 adjournment, regular board meeting of the Board of Trustees for April 16th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Trustee Hall, quick. Well, actually, I think Garcia beat you to that one. Trustee Garcia was right behind Chuck. So please vote. Discussion? Any discussion?
I think we had enough of that.
And upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
See how it starts?
And this meeting is adjourned at 10:06.
Remember what happened to me?